Grand rising to the kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Peace, blessings, and abundance to you. Hope you so peaceful throughout the night. Hope nothing but peace, blessings, and abundance follow you throughout the day, throughout the rest of the week. Love, light, and gratitude. Positive vibes and high vibrations to all that are tuned in. Really want to share what the universe is stored within my mind, allowed within my heart space. It will not be long. I think one of the most important things that we can do is learn how to master our emotions. See, there's nothing wrong with our emotions. We live in a world where it'll tell you to suppress your emotions. It'll tell you to act as if you don't feel, act as if something doesn't bother you. Just be silent when it comes to it. But our emotions are what makes us human. Our emotions are what makes us alive. And I think that emotional intelligence is one of the most important things. I don't think that they teach emotional intelligence in school. I don't think that they teach emotional intelligence in the world. And I think that it's something that we as humans need to learn, to understand, and need to learn to master, because this is the infrastructure in which the human anatomy is built. We're built off of emotions, right? That's what love is. That's what anger is. That's what grief is. That's what joy is. That's what happiness is. All of these emotions, that we're comprised of, right? There's a story. A guy, hard-working man, did everything that he had to do, graduated at the top of his class, went on to work in corporate America. When he went on to work in corporate America, met his beautiful wife, ended up having children, and he got this job in which he was pretty much busting his ass 24/7 to make sure that he provided for his wife and his family, right? The boss allows him to get off early one day, right? So he gets off early, wants to surprise his wife. He comes home, opens the door, he walks upstairs, and as he opens the door, he sees his wife having an affair with his best friend. Now imagine all the emotions that are processing through his mind at this time. Imagine the hurt, imagine the pain. He steps out of the room, grabs the shotgun, comes back in the room, shoots his best friend. Now, because of that one moment, because of that brief 5 to 10 seconds, now he's spending the rest of his life in prison. Because he didn't know how to process his emotions. His life changed forever. At the end of the day, a person is going to do what they want to do. You can't control anybody. As much as you love them, as much as you value them, you can't control them or make them love you or make them value you. If a person wants to step out, they're going to step out at the end of the day. The only thing that you can do is control how you respond. Not react. How do you respond? How do you process your emotions? When you feel angry, when you feel sad, when you feel upset, when you feel happy, how do you process your emotions? What happens when your emotions become too heavy for you? What happens when it becomes overbearing? He didn't know how to process his emotions. He was never taught how to process his emotions. He was never taught how to breathe, how to take a second, how to think, knowing that one action could affect the rest of your life. And that's what's happening in society. We're seeing murders, we're seeing people getting killed, we're seeing suicide, we're seeing all of these things because we don't practice emotional intelligence. What helps me is I take a step out, I meditate, right? I sit down with my thoughts, I sit down with my emotions. I ask myself, why am I feeling the way that I feel? I don't try to run from my emotions. They try to teach men how to run from their emotions. I don't try to run from my emotions. I think that it takes a strong man to be able to face his emotions. I sit down with my emotions. I analyze the root. I don't just deal with the symptoms. I analyze the root. Where did it come from? Sometimes I even go back all the way to my childhood and see, this is why it triggered me, because this happened in my childhood and this reminded me of it, right? I sit down in meditation and be alone with my thoughts, be alone with my emotions. I counsel myself. I go through my own therapy, my own inner therapy. And then I think, I calculate, What is the best step that I can take? I analyze everybody in the equation. I analyze every variable in the equation, how they're going to be affected with the decisions I make. Because me, myself, personally, I can't just think for me. I have kids that are dependent on me, and they need me to be here. So for my men and my women out there, I want you to learn how to practice emotional intelligence. No one should be able to control your emotions. No one should be able to get you out of your element. No one should be able to make you do something. That means you have no power. That means you've given them the power over you. And if you've given them the power over you, they can make you do whatever they want you to do. Oh, that person got angry and they did that. Oh, that person got upset and they did that. Next thing you know, you're paying for it the rest of your life. So emotional intelligence is something that I want us to think about. I want us to learn how to practice. Me, myself, personally, like I said, meditation is a step that helps me. You have to find your own remedy for it because everybody's different. But be aware of it, okay? Activate your goal, ladies and gentlemen. Activate your goal.